Lucky Boys Podcast.
He's accelerated his 10-year plan into a 6-month plan now. And I said, why? He goes, because I told him that I wanted to do this to celebrate this birthday for my child. And they basically didn't give a fuck.
Yep.
They said, what do you think I'm paying you for? And it was, what was yesterday? A Saturday. It was a Saturday. And he said to me, all I could think about right now is what I have to do after this. I can't even enjoy this moment. I'm done. I thought it was a 10-year plan that I thought I could take it for 10 more years, but this is some bullshit right here.
Yep.
And he's like, they do need me, because he does do a lot. But he also told them, look, there's only so many hours of the day that I can do that. I mean, it's not realistic.
Yeah, I'm also, I think the other thing I'll add to that. So one, we're also in the food and beverage industry, so it's like it's different from we're not going to be Tesla or Amazon in even our aims and the kinds of folks that we want to attract, right? Like we're just not going to. But the part I'd add to the point that you raised, which is quite tactical, is that if anything, especially during this last year, has taught us is that we should be able to, and we I think are as people, humans now, able to actually accomplish so much more now because of technological advances. And so to me, the idea that we're going to still maintain the same crazy demands of what work culture was before, right? Mandating someone's in an office for X hours a day and X days a week. It just feels archaic.
Mm-hmm. It does,
right? Like I'm focused on from a team perspective and like trying to bring on the most talented and thoughtful folks as we can, because I do think that that's important. But if we are all together, and like again, like I see my chief roles as CEO to put them in positions where they can be in a flow state for as long as they can, then like the throughput, then the output should be there in less time because we're not forcing. Because we've got more technological things that are working to our advantage and whatnot. And so I think that's why I'm like, again, and this is just for our company, I kind of recoil at that. Also, I will say why I hate when founders make those kinds of comments is that their incentives are so much different from folks who are employees. Do I work a lot? Yes. I am the founder of the company. I have my own different set of incentives that I think it would be irresponsible to ask everyone else to bear that same load. I think we saw that a lot in the 2010s. The startup culture is all basically saying we're all a family, or we'll give you all of these different perks, but just work 24/7. Like it's just not how. Like there inherently is a disconnect, and I just wish. I think that's why I initially recoiled at the comments. It feels somewhat disingenuous or dishonest, right? Because no one who works the same amount of hours as Jeff Bezos is ever going to be worth $170 billion as long as they're an employee of Amazon. So
ownership, it goes back to what we were talking about.
And being, again, to me, it's like honesty about that.
People have to start looking inwardly, and I think they have. I think COVID taught us is how we should look at life and how we should, more importantly, look at our time. And we're starting to put a higher value on our time as a society. We're starting to go, time out. I'm not worth $8 an hour. This is some bullshit. I can't live on this. This is not realistically. Like, I'll always just be right next to broke like this. And people are starting to realize that, and that's why there is this labor shortage. But
sure,
call it what it is. People are underpaid.
People are just leaving.
They don't want those jobs because it's not worth the time anymore.
It just became normal. The pain and the stress and the abuse and being taken advantage of the time, the training of our whole lives. We just hit this momentum, and it was like, oh, it's this or nothing. Oh, it's just normal. Everybody does it, so it's all good. And then when COVID hit, we're like, hold on. We got to stop and look around and kind of snap out of this thinking and go, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? Hold on. Wait, was I? No, absolutely not. No way. Absolutely not. Yeah. And they started demanding more, and they started realizing their worth.
Yeah. I mean, as horrible a pandemic as COVID was, right? I would call it a pretty damn good reset to a person's mental health, I would say. For a long time, people were being conditioned to believe, living to work, right? And that's why they were being able to take advantage of. And now they're able to now realize, wait, I was being taken advantage of. They were able to see, like, I was wasting so many different hours doing so many unnecessarily, being underpaid, being underappreciated, and don't have to take this. I could have options.
Right, and that's key. I mean, and that's what I mean. It goes back to don't sleep on yourself.
Yep.
You know, you are way more talented than you give yourself credit for. I'm telling you, there is power in belief in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, that's the first step to taking action.